up guys, what's going on and welcome back to York, where we've been firing on pretty much all of our cylinders since the disappointing loss against Fylde, which was sort of against the run of the play, but doesn't really matter because 3 games played and we haven't lost any of those 3 thankfully. Chorley was very much helped up by sending off in the 3rd minute, so thank you Chorley for that one. 4-0 within 25 minutes, decided not to score any more after that, despite 24 shots with 16 on target. So nice solid 25% conversion rate of the shots that were on target. Still probably could have been more, let's be real. And then just the 23 shots in the Torquay match. I'm not going to point out the fact that last episode I literally said I'm kind of fed up of having 23 shots with only 1 goal. And just bob that up to 27 for Chesterfield, where 16 shots on target again and 2 goals. The game's broken, let's be honest, isn't it? The Chesterfield goalkeeper with just the 14 saves in that one. Something's not right, is it? Anyway, Halifax, Dagenham and Redbridge. We are 13 points clear at this stage of the season. We've won 23 games of the 38. It's not a bad haul, but I feel like in certain years that may not have been enough. We have drawn 11 and lost 4 games, which is good going, really. We're just kind of helped out by the fact that the rest of the challenging pack are sort of losing significant amounts of games, to be real. Lopez is scoring, Stanley is assisting, things are going quite well. Lopez now has player of the match record, I think it is, so good job there. I'm just curious, Notts County won last year with 88 points. They did lose 12 games in that season. Okay, maybe it's not as surprising as I thought it was. They drew far less though. Yeah, they only won 27 games in this season. We're on 23 currently, and there's still 8 games to play. Next to which, of course, is Halifax, which is our local derby. The one local-ish derby that I don't think we've actually shown you yet on this series. I vaguely remember this now. It was the one I highlighted. They brought like 45 people. Yeah, 84 people, and they managed to take on the 1-hour journey to York. We're intrigued to know how many we take to them. The team is nice and full strength, I actually think, because there was one player who did take a knock. Williams, that was the one, and he is back. So just shift Thor back onto the bench, and everyone is ready for this, basically. And everything seems to be working for us now. I mean, just being on attacking the entire time still seems to be the issue in terms of getting shots on target. It was a thing with Atletico Madrid, that attacking seemed to be the only kind of the lowest level that actually produced the results against the lower, less good teams. And it's still a thing. You still have to have an insane amount of shots. I think it's mostly because the majority of them are being taken from wide angles still, and therefore just fired directly at the goalkeeper, because that's the way the engine works. But Boys, Romano, Boom, Clark, Smith, Block, Nissel and Williams in the middle, Walker and Stanley on the wings, and Lopez up front. It's the full first team. There's no need to faff about here. Let's fire up the engine, and they're playing 4-4-2. Apparently we can secure a playoff place with a win here. Some nice, passionate faith all around, and pretty much everyone's happy. Good to see, anyway. So, yeah, the gap's 13 points, which does mean, I think, as things stand, it's the Chelmsford game, which is the 4th from last, would be the one that, if the gap stays the same, would seal us the title. So, next episode basically hinges around whichever game is going to potentially win us the title, I think. And half an hour's gone. Nothing is happening in this game. Although we are starting to get some shots in now. Ah, yes, some shots are happening. We're not seeing any of these. Now we are. Williams. Boom has, well, he skimmed the top of the bar. Immediate highlight from the resulting goal kick, though, as they get that on the left-hand side, and they're clean through. Might have been a smidge offside. Smith's big enough, though, to get that one around. And I don't think he actually was offside there. Everything seems to be continuing as normal. Romano, another corner. We're probably going to see it again. We're probably going to see this corner. Yep, we are. It's the second corner of this highlight. I really don't think this is going anywhere. Earring out wide there, Buckley, and it's cannoned off our defender. It's a free kick. Someone's offside. He was. They've got an injury. They're playing with it, though. Boomer's under it. Block does get that ball before the advancing Halifax player. Nacelle now gets to charge forward. If Lopez got on the end of that, I'd been very surprised, but it's gone back to the goalkeeper, who has just smashed it out of fullback there. Clark pushes it inwards, gets it back. Terrible pass, but Stanley gets off the second ball there, and it's all gone very rubbish, to be honest. Possession-wise, Lopez has got to be offside. I'm pretty certain. No? Okay, Williams. Well, he doesn't second-guess that shot, and that's we're in the net for Halifax. How was Lopez not offside there? He must have drifted. Their defence must have pulled away from him when that ball was shot, passed through. I didn't really see it. It all happened so fast. He looked like he was miles offside by the time he received it. But because the ball whipped up the pitch so fast, I don't think I even saw where he was when the ball was passed to him. So, encourage the players, give them a bit of a morale boost. 1-0 up, things are going well, you're capable of better, obviously. Now, the team obviously closest to us is Fylde still, and we've done both our matches with them. So, whilst these two matches are two teams in the mix, actually, no, that's a lie. Dagenham and Redbridge are second. We play them next. So, Walker gets this on the end of this one, and that makes that 2-0. So, actually, we could go 16 points clear when we play Dagenham and Redbridge. Looks like they're winning their game because the gap is still 13. But, yeah, if we win that game, we could go 16 points clear, which means we could actually win the title 5 games from the end of the season as a result. And it's not the best goalkeeping from Leather there. Wasn't really leathered at him, but, you know, boom, back to Smith. Another highlight. Nice to see. Romano, if we go 3 up on coming off attacking. Boys, not the greatest first touch, but he got away with it. Walker now takes over, charges up the pitch, evades basically. I'm not even sure what that movement was there, but completely fooled number 31 with his sort of stopping, sort of not stopping movement there. What was that? I'd love to have seen that in 3D. Williams, now on the corner, got to the back post, and it is 3. Lopez gets a goal again. 27 for the season now. That's a lot, actually. He is banging form. I think I said like a couple of episodes ago, something along the lines of, you know, if Lopez starts, you know, as a second half of the season like he did last time round, then he's very much in the running for the Golden Boot this year. And yep, that's the thing. They've made all their changes before half an hour. And oh no. Oh, it's a foot injury as well. That could be bad. That could be bad. He's not getting the Golden Boot now. He's getting a broken boot now. Well, we have McFarlane to bring straight on, and I think I'm actually going to... No, I'll leave Stanley on. 6.7 isn't bad. Potential foot injury. I'm open. Red isn't good for foot injuries. That's like meta... Oh, they've got one back. Yeah, they've had 2 shots on target. Of course they have. I mean, in fairness, we've scored 3 from 9 shots on target, which is a 33% conversion rate of the shots that have gone well. It's only 20% of shots in total, which I think is identical to theirs. I think they've had 5 shots in total. I think it said. Yeah, they've had 5 in total. So, equal amounts of shots in general going in. Someone's on 65% fitness there, I just noticed. I think it's Stanley, isn't it? Yeah, get him off. And Park's book. Let's just save him an embarrassment there. 10 minutes to go in this particular game. Just change that entire right-hand side. Why not? That doesn't get to anyone but Lascelles on the edge of the box. I thought he was about to turn and shoot. Boys, ooh, it's looking like he might have a bit of a crack there, but he doesn't. That is passed through. Earring doesn't get dispossessed. It actually ends up in their possession of Southall. I'm not entirely certain what Romano's doing here, but Boom does come out to cover, and Romano clears that. What a highlight that was. I wonder if it might just be because we were making changes. Not sure. There's 24 goals for Lopez now for this season in the league. So I think the next challenger was about 2 or 3 behind. So he's got, whoever the next challenger was, does have the time to free kick. Oh, they've got a sending off. So yeah, I think the next challenger for the Golden Boot is only about 2 or 3 behind. So I wouldn't be surprised if they got that off him. If this injury is bad. If this injury takes him out for the rest of the season, I would not be surprised if he loses that Golden Boot. Which would be a real shame because he's really turned up in the last few weeks. Especially now. Like if he'd taken an injury early in the season when he wasn't firing quite as regularly, it's more disappointing now because he's bang on form. He won Player of the Month last time around. They've hit the post. With 7 goals in I think 5 games in the last month. So, and he's got another one today. So yeah, it's a little disappointing for Lopez. I think he's even regarded as League One talent now, which is, of course, does look like we're going to be League 2 next time round, so that disparity isn't massive. He is wanted by clubs higher in the league structure, but he just signed a new contract this year, so hopefully he'll be all right. Along with Nacelle, Boom, and Romano, all of those have got new contracts this year. So all 4 players I brought in last year have all got new contracts because they're all running out this year, I think. 3-1, good win. Not 100% happy with the way we played. All right, what's 4 to 5 weeks? Play through Dagenham and Redbridge, but that's 6 to 7 then. It's a twisted ankle. It wasn't actually a foot injury. It was an ankle injury, which explains why that's not as bad. He's only 1 goal away from making 25 league goals, which does give him a bonus. 4 to 5 weeks. Where does that bring him back? Do we have time for this still? Where are we? Middle of... he might get back for the last couple of games. Yeah, so he's 3 goals clear of Joe Hardy. I don't think he's going to get it now. Well, Dagenham and Redbridge is in like 3 days, so I'm going to make sure I rest everyone, and I'll see you then. I was about to say, it's worth noting that we aren't regarded as the best team in the league by the season preview, but this has changed again since I last looked. We were actually 3rd at the time. Solihull Moors had nipped in between the pair of between Morecambe and ourselves. But we have actually edged back into 2-1, which is curious. And we now have 3 players in this, so it looks like 2 of our players have developed since I last looked at this. We only had Nacelle in the team Media Dream 11. Last time I looked at this about a couple of months ago in-game. But yeah, we are back to 2-1. Morecambe, though, still regarded as the better team than ourselves, and you can sort of see why by the number of players in this Dream 11. But considering Havant and Waterlooville are regarded as the 22nd best team in this league, the fact they're not in that... Oh, no, they have dropped even further. Oh, dear. They were second at one point. Actually, I think they might have been first at one point. They have not done well in this second half of the season. They're only 3 points off the drop. Oh, dear. I regret saying they might have been comfortably safe either an episode or 2 ago. My bad. I've jinxed it for them. So we do have a straight swap to make there. And Thor's also on an international break, which is wonderful timing from the under-21 tournaments. Or whatever they're doing. So Lopez's injury does mean that Josh Wright gets a spot on the bench for the first time. Jake Wright, sorry. I can't even get his name right. Thor's absence brings Green back onto the bench as well. And everything else is fine to go. Everyone's nice and fit. Everyone's ready to go. And Green's mostly all abound. Really, most importantly, the wingbacks. Good to see. Good to see Boys' average rating up to 6.8 as well. But team identical as it was, just obviously the injury force change up front. Fully expect you to keep our run going and win this match against second place Dagenham and Redbridge. Oh, well, it's back-to-back episodes where we're actually facing the team in second. Just obviously that team's changed. So, thank you, schedule. As the first shot finally occurs, 10 minutes in or so. Looks like it was a tentative first 10 minutes in this particular match. The team's feeling each other out by the looks of things, and they haven't got through us. Boom. Oh, when the ball stops at Boom's feet there, I'm just expecting it to happen. Every time. It's happened far too many times, that, where the ball's ended up at Boom's feet, and then the other player has just nicked it off him. It was an audacious attempt there, but it's a shot. As suddenly we have 4. 19 minutes in, there's a corner played. That happened very quickly, but it's gone in the net. And Ethan Walker has 7 goals for the season. Now, he's scored a few in the past few weeks. Admittedly, he's been injured quite a lot. So, and this is probably one of his longest runs in the team. Walker, though, yep, back post, there he is. Can actually technically play up front if I wanted him to. But we have McFarlane for that. I think if we didn't have either of those, I wouldn't have maybe felt comfortable starting right ahead of Walker. But McFarlane in the striking position, I think, is more than enough for what we need for this. Stanley moves forward now with the ball. Tackled. And it might be a highlight for them. As Sodiendi, name I've actually seen in the sort of the daily reports for the division. You know, Sodiendi gets the job done. Good day for Sodiendi. It's a penalty, though. Oh, a good day for the Cypriot, I think that is. I'm not going to try and pronounce the name, but I'm pretty certain he's Cypriot. They take an injury. Oh, straight red card. Not a good. McFarlane's converted. I'm just going to have to check. Counts as a quick-fire double, but not obviously entirely of our own making. Well, a red card and a penalty does make this somewhat less competitive as a competition. Yeah, Cypriot. Not going crazy. Eleftheriou. It's not that difficult, actually. Now, someone who's done a save in Cyprus in the past, I should really be au fait with those names. Another corner highlight. They have... Ooh, in fairness, they'd had no shots in the first 20 minutes before he got sent off. But now it's getting slightly awkward. We've had 17 shots in the first half, sorry. That one, I think that was meant to be a pass, but it hit the post. They're getting complacent, so I'm going to say don't get complacent. No brainer, really. And I've done that team talk in the wrong order, but everyone's happy now. And they're forced into another change, as they've taken off a player they brought on. Curious. Probably Duncan Ferguson, that. Walker springs that in for Williams, misses. So yeah, 16 points does make... So Chelmsford isn't the one, though, we can win at now. We can win the game before that, whatever that is. I'm not sure what the game's run in is exactly. I know Maidenhead's in there somewhere. No, we end with Havant and Waterlooville, but... corner, starting with Williams. Corner highlights I start with the corner tend to be something. Nacelle being that something in this particular one. And it's 70 minutes gone, I've not made any change, and they've still not had a shot. I'm sorry for them, really. How good is Kieran Green in the defensive midfielder role? Not amazing. I'll give Bennett a run out as well, why not? 20 minutes to go. Stanley's not having his best game. Yeah, Williams whips this one in, and Nacelle's that. I just made those changes in the middle of a highlight, I've just realised. Whoops. Everyone's calm again, they're fired up. I'm not going to make a third change, I don't think. Might change one of the fullbacks, possibly. Boys under this one. One of the fullbacks makes a mistake, and yeah, they hit it straight off. Smith now, over to Boom. Does. Tries to find one of our players. That's going to get intercepted. It does indeed. Barden. O'Keefe. And are we going to see a shot for Dagenham and Redbridge here? Going backwards. Looking potential. There's potential for a shot here. Rundle. They're going to score it, obviously. Rundle. Robinson. Buns through. There's a shot happening. There's a shot happening. And, well, probably don't really want to remember that shot. And a highlight to close the game off. Actually, 92 minutes on the clock, 92 minutes meant to be played. So I imagine this is the last thing we'll see of this game. There we are, all done. That was what one would call a dominant performance. Largely helped by sending off. As in the 20 minutes that Janelle Bennett was on the pitch, he completed 0 crosses. Starting to realise why some of his ratings are terrible. Good win, boys. Well done. I mean, I'm obviously pleased with the performance, but it was somewhat aided by theirs. I mean, our goal difference is slightly ridiculous when you compare it to the rest of the league. But the draws are comparative. The losses, that's what the difference is. So just trying to work out the maths of all this, because I got it wrong last time. And I think it's because of games in hand also don't help, because Dagenham and Redbridge don't actually play during this game week. I think there's FA Trophy interference. But it doesn't matter, because even if they did play during this game week, same as us, if we both won our matches, then we'd still be 16 points clear, and there's only 5 games after that. So we can officially win the title at Solihull Moors. So I'm going to have to bring in the next game. I bring in Solihull Moors, obviously if we don't win that match, then Barrow becomes an option as well. And I think I'll probably just end up playing I'll probably end up showing you the last game, or at the very least I'll do a season roundup video to follow that next time round. I just want to say very quickly, obviously this is going out on the Friday, so I am going to be recording an episode for Monday and an episode for Friday next week. I will not be uploading Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I won't be uploading on Eve Day or Boxing Day. But there will be 2 episodes next week, Monday and the Friday, and then we'll obviously be back to normal schedule the week after. New Year's Day is not that much of an importance to avoid it. It's mostly because obviously I have to go home for Christmas and I don't have a setup at home or internet capability for uploading videos. It's that bad. Genuinely is that bad at home. So, yeah. I will see you again, technically, on Monday. Even though I won't be physically here on Monday. It will be done in advance. So until then, and potentially title winning then, ta-ra.